Hello my loves, if you're watching this video, this message will be for you. Actually, this one fell out, so let's just leave that there. Cats. Okay, what is it today? Okay, I feel like whoever you are, you're putting your guard down impulsively. You're someone who I feel like is really opening up to people, or just really letting your guard down when it comes to meeting people or just being around people, being social. But I feel like you're someone who really, you have a habit of really over talking or just really overthinking, and also oversharing. Not over talking, but oversharing. Okay, I feel like you tend to overshare, and maybe to the right people or maybe to the wrong people. Okay, I feel like you are the type of person who in social circles you tend to really don't know when to shut up. Okay, and I feel like later on you seem to regret it as well. So I just feel like that is just part of your personality, but also I feel like you acknowledge this and that's something you want to change. But I feel like you are just someone who you have not only diarrhea with the mouth, but also I feel like you hold a lot of truth, and you hold a lot of truth, but also you hold a lot of authenticity when it comes to just who you are. Okay, just how you present yourself. I feel like you come off as someone who is very trustworthy in nature because of the fact that you do such a thing. Okay, I feel like you are someone who not only is willing to open up, but also let others. Also, I feel like by you being this way, you also are willing to let others open up as well. Okay, I feel like that is an attractive quality that I feel like you do have, even though I feel like you may see that as a fault or something that you have to work on. But there is beauty in discretion or disaster, so to speak. What do I have here? What do I have here? I have the Nine of Swords and Judgment. Also, I don't know if you have really consoled someone lately, or you have really talked someone off the ledge, so to speak, but I feel like you have really done something to help someone, because I feel like that person's now starting to see their way of life differently, because you have really engaged with them in some sort of way, or you have really shown them another possibility. Okay, I feel like you have really done good deeds without you actually realizing that you have done good deeds. Okay, I feel like you're just someone who is just being yourself. Like I said, you're someone who's very talkative when it comes to life, and just really going in depth when it comes to yourself, not only with yourself but in general. Okay, I feel like you really try to see every aspect in life and try to really dive deep into certain situations to better understand not only them, but just to better understand it for yourself. Okay, I feel like you're someone who, like, if you were invited to a place that is unknown, or invited into like some sort of unknown tradition or culture, I feel like you're someone who would like to really do your research, or would like to know more information about something so that you can do it right, or so that you can do it correctly, just so that you don't be disrespectful. I feel like you're just very respectful. You have a very respectful, kind nature about you when it comes to like your spirit and just who you are. Okay, I feel like just people when it comes to that, people just love to be around you. They love to gravitate toward you, and they are willing to open up towards you as well. Okay, I have the Five of Pentacles here. Five of Pentacles here. But also I feel like you have to let bygones be bygones, okay? When it comes to, okay, I feel like this person here just represents someone or just things in your life that I feel like has been, that is not only things in your life, but with people as well. When it comes to certain situations, when it comes to people, when it comes to really just you doing your best that you can, but also to the best of your ability, but still it's not really, it can't save it, okay? It can't save everything. I feel like you can be the best that you can be in your ability to try to help or save someone or something, but I feel like you can only do so much. And by you only doing so much, you can only, that is all you can offer, okay? And don't feel bad about it. Don't feel bad for not really saving someone or really not really seeing the results that I feel like you or another person expect to see from you that you have given. So just pressure, a lot of pressure just having put on you randomly, and I feel like you don't ask for it, but I feel like it's just given to you, and you just, it's been a challenge, but I feel like you're someone who can overcome anything and all obstacles and really come out on top, okay? And I got the 9 of Pentacles and also the 10 of Cups together, okay? I feel like you're someone who can always rise above the flames, so to speak, when it comes to really getting out of certain situations or really turning things around in your favor. I feel like you have a very upbeat and just cherry personality. I don't know how else to put it. I feel like you always see the rainbow at the end of any situation. Like I said, you turn any bad situation into a positive one, and I feel like that is probably why people gravitate towards you, because you carry such good energy, and you not only have that, but I feel like you give good insight when it comes to certain advice, okay? I feel like you're just someone who is heavily relied on when it comes to not only with people or the close people in your life, but also with your work, okay? I feel like you're someone who is heavily relied on and really depended on. You're just, you're just everything. You're just everything. Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands. Also, not only have you been just pressured, a lot of pressure from people and situations, but also pressure is really going, okay, I'm not saying that you're going to get challenges or you're going to really get even more tests from the universe, so to speak, when it comes to certain things that you can't handle or certain things that I feel like you are capable of handling when it comes to your career and when it comes to your creativity. I feel like this has a lot to do with your growth and a lot to do with your progress, okay? I feel like you're going to be getting some challenges ahead of you in the future when it comes to that, and when it comes to just certain things that I feel like will help you gain the perspective or gain the knowledge that I feel like you need in order for you to carry on into your future, okay? You can't really go on to the next level or to the next step in your life, to the next phase, without you actually going through more challenges and more tests. More challenges and more tests from the universe as well, okay? And I feel like I don't know what it is when it comes to the drama in your life, okay? I feel like it's not that you ask for it. I feel like there's just something that just goes on in the air that I feel like it just follows you. I feel like you walk into one room and then something is happening, and then you happen to walk into another room and then something else is happening, and I feel like it's just has been a very mental toll on you when it comes to just the drama, the gossip, and just really the shenanigans that has been happening around you. But also I feel like you cannot let this bring you down or affect your energy negatively, because I said you have an energy that is positive, that is upbeat, that is cheery, and I feel like a lot of people heavily depend on that and rely on that. But also I feel like you have to have your guard up when it comes to certain situations, and also with family get-togethers. I feel like there has been maybe even drama or just some sort of rivalry when it comes to family, and just when it comes to family or just something within your family. Okay, I feel like there has been drama, there has been some sort of long battle of really rivalry between two people. I don't know if these two people I've been seeing, but I feel like there has been just tension in the family, and I feel like you have been caught in the middle multiple times. But also I feel like now it's time to really pick and choose your battles. But also I feel like sometimes you can't really pick and choose your battles because you were born in those battles. But also I feel like also you can, okay, it may feel that you are stuck or you're just stuck in the middle and you can't really get out of it, or you can't really dodge your way out of it or even avoid it, because I feel like the more you try to avoid certain situations or drama, the more you are going to cause resistance, the more you're going to get more of that. So I feel like that is the reasoning or the cause of you actually stepping to another room, and then in another room, and then just really putting yourself in the same environment or in the same experience that you have been experiencing for such a while. Because I feel like if you try to keep avoiding this trauma or situation in your family or whatever that's going on in your life, you are going to enter another environment with the same, which feels like the same experience. Okay, so I feel like the more you try to avoid or fear or try to really just, like I said, turn around or try to turn your attention to something else, I feel like that is just avoidance, and that is something you just cannot avoid. In order for you to actually let this dissolve naturally and peacefully, you have to face it. Okay, you have to face whatever it is that I feel like you have been wanting to avoid. I know that's very hard to hear, I know that's very hard to understand, but also I feel like this may just be the challenge or the test that I feel like you need to hear. Okay, this exact thing, you have to really face the very thing that you have been avoiding, even though it may be difficult and it's uncomfortable. I feel like you're just someone who wants peace and happiness, but also I feel like in order for you to actually obtain that, you have to be willing to confront it. Okay, that is all, my loves. I hope this helped, and thank you for tuning in.